God's name?
I named the gods, Doctor, not the other way around.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things you missed in Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
Aquaman is literally huge and he's so manly, and Batman is so cool, and I'm just me.
For this list, we're looking at Easter eggs, small details, and references from the Shazam sequel that might have evaded you. This entails a few spoilers. Did you catch any little details in Fury of the Gods? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Billy's suit turns black.
There's already a superhero with a red suit with a lightning bolt on it.
When we consider DC superheroes with a red suit and lightning bolt, we think of, well, The Flash, but Shazam is a close second. Billy's red suit is given a makeover during the climax as he dukes it out with Lucy Liu's Calypso and her dragon. The more hits Shazam takes, the blacker his suit becomes. We'd say that this would be a good look for Billy if it wasn't already taken.
I was thinking like, tell them the man in black sent you.
Them?
You know, gods, demons, what was waiting for us in the afterlife? And you wear a lot of black, so we should really lean into that.
Billy's damaged suit alludes to Black Adam, one of Shazam's archenemies in the comics. Billy's suit change seemed to tease an eventual confrontation between Shazam and Black Adam. Between James Gunn's overall plan and Dwayne Johnson's future with the franchise up in the air, though, we may have to settle for this subtle nod.
There's no one on this planet that can stop me.
I can call in a favor.
Number 9. Oh hi, Annabelle. Enduring a midlife teenage crisis, Billy seeks psychological help from a pediatrician.
Now everyone's kind of like doing their own thing and I'm the only one trying to keep it together.
You understand I'm a pediatrician, right?
While the doctor gives Billy some good advice, he needs to work on his office decor. Among the Batman and Wonder Woman toys, the doctor has an Annabelle doll, which seems more likely to emotionally scar children than comfort them. This isn't Annabelle's first DCEU cameo. She can be spotted at the bottom of the ocean in James Wan's Aquaman. Wan isn't the only one with conjuring roots. David F. Sandberg, who directed both Shazam films, also made Annabelle Creation. It remains unclear if the Conjuring universe and DCEU are one and the same. However, Starro the Conqueror is definitely part of this universe.
This city is mine.
The starfish pops up in the office as well. Number 8. A Fast and Furious Paradox. Billy Batson has learned the meaning of family from his foster siblings, foster parents, and good old Vin Diesel. Shazam references Dominic Toretto's family obsession during a conversation with Helen Mirren's Hespera, noting that he's seen all the Fast and Furious movies.
But I've seen all of the Fast and the Furious movies, lady. It's all about family!
Well, apparently he hasn't seen The Fate of the Furious, as that installment introduces Shaw's mother Magdalene, played by Mirren. We'd say that Billy should notice the resemblance, but he also overlooks the fact that his crush, Wonder Woman, looks suspiciously like Giselle.
You know, when you called me to come to Rio, I assumed it would be for something more exciting than this.
You'd think he'd piece together the similarities between Brixton and Bloodsport, Jacob Toretto and Peacemaker, or Luke Hobbs and Black Adam. What's next? Aquaman as the villain in Fast 10? Let's just assume this is all because of Flashpoint.
And now, I'm gonna break yours.
Become a WatchMojo channel member and get exclusive perks like Mojo emojis, loyalty badges, priority comment replies, and exclusive members-only content, including live list rankings with the Mojo staff and peeks behind the scenes. Don't miss out! Number 7. Goonies Never Say merchandise.
I'm Mike Walsh. You've been expecting me.
Many have pointed out the parallels between the Shazam movies and the Goonies, including Zachary Levi. Both center on a ragtag group of kids who are thrown into extraordinary circumstances involving a character with a distinct eye. DC and Goonies even have Richard Donner in common. Fury of the Gods pays direct homage to the Goonies as Billy dons a t-shirt with a familiar pirate logo. While we're on the subject of t-shirts, Freddy's ties into the franchise's fantasy theme with the White Tree of Gondor.
Yes, the White Tree of Gondor, the Tree of the King.
Gamers will notice that Eugene's shirt references the indie platformer Iconoclasts. Eugene's shirt contains 2 in-jokes for the price of 1. The creator of Iconoclasts is none other than Joachim Sandberg, the brother of this film's director. Number 6. A different adult Mary.
Say the name that I say to turn into this guy.
By saying the magic word, Billy and his siblings sprout up faster than lightning. There's one exception this time around, however. Grace Caroline Curry returns as Mary Bromfield, playing the eldest sister in both her normal and superhero forms. In the first Shazam, actress Michelle Borth stepped in as adult Mary. Why didn't Borth reprise her role here? While the filmmakers haven't given an official explanation, Curry is in her mid-20s, and Mary is hardly a teenager anymore.
Your world will not survive this.
I don't know how we fight powers like this.
So maybe there wasn't a need to age her up. It's worth noting that in the early comics, Mary Marvel retains her teenage form when she becomes a hero. Later incarnations of Mary would change this, but perhaps the filmmakers wanted to honor the original comics.
Don't be worrying about everybody else. Always look out for number 1. Gandhi said that.
Number 5. Taste the rainbow, mother.
I wouldn't mess around. Don't forget about number 2, the unicorn.
To combat the mystical creatures in the climax, the Shazam family seeks out the deadliest beings of all, unicorns. Although these unicorns look demented, Darla manages to befriend them with a handful of Skittles. Given this franchise's 80s influence, we would not be surprised if this scene pays homage to E.T. and his fondness for Reese's Pieces. Speaking of nostalgia, we also wouldn't be shocked if Darla borrowed a line from a certain online critic.
The two of us aren't enough.
Taste the rainbow, mother!
Riding a unicorn, Darla repeats the Skittles slogan, but with a censored expletive thrown in for good measure. Maybe it's a coincidence, or maybe the screenwriters knew exactly what they were doing. Either way, fans of the Nostalgia Critic will immediately think of his Care Bears movie review watching this.
The answer to this problem was violence. Wonderful, caring violence.
Number 4. Shazam's original name. One of the film's running gags revolves around Billy trying to settle on a superhero name.
I'm sorry, who are you? His name is Thunder Crack. Hero to the people?
Many citizens have come up with their own names for him, some more flattering than others. The most meta nickname comes during a battle when a spectator calls him Captain Marvel. Those who only watch the movies might be wondering how someone could confuse Shazam for Carol Danvers. However, comic readers will know that long before Carol Danvers, or Walter Lawson for that matter, Billy Batson carried the Captain Marvel moniker.
Nice work out there, Captain. See you around.
You have some unusual friends.
Although DC technically used it first, Marvel eventually trademarked the name. The New 52 saw DC's Captain Marvel formally adopt the Shazam name. By the way, the spectator that called Shazam out was Michael Gray, who played Billy himself back in the 70s.
Shazam!
Number 3. The other Justice Team. During the opening scene, Hespera and Calypso storm a museum where Rizwan Manji plays a tour guide.
Daughters of Atlas are coming for you.
Children stole the power of all the gods.
Manji is no stranger to the DCEU, having previously appeared as Jamil in Peacemaker.
Fine. If you're a superhero, what were you in prison for?
Integrity. I made a vow to have peace, no matter how many people I have to kill to get it.
Oh, Peacemaker!
Yeah.
He's not the only familiar face from that series. During the mid-credits, Amelia Harcourt and John Economos approach Shazam, asking him to join a certain team known for serving up justice. No, not the Justice League, much to Billy's disappointment, the Justice Society of America, which is down a member after Dr. Fate's demise. Billy echoes the audience's frustration of having two teams with justice in the title, listing several alternatives.
Aquaman is literally huge and he's so manly, and Batman is so cool, and I'm just me.
While his Avengers Society suggestion is an obvious jab at Marvel, we did get the Judgment League Avengers in an Amalgam Comics crossover. Number 2. Mr. Mind Teases Us Again.
What in God's name?
I named the gods, Doctor, not the other way around.
Considering where the previous film ended, some assumed that the sequel would pick up with Sivana and his new caterpillar companion. While the Daughters of Atlas serve as this film's main villains, Sivana does resurface in the post-credits with a series of hieroglyphics on his cell walls. After a 2-year absence, the caterpillar returns to Sivana, although he's not ready to unveil his full plan.
A wise decision, for Fawcett City has never faced a more powerful foe.
than Mr. Mind.
Although not yet clarified in the narrative, the talking bug is Mr. Mind, voiced by director David F. Sandberg. These two post-credit scenes seem to be building up to the Monster Society of Evil, which unite Mr. Mind, Savannah, and Black Adam, among others. Given the DCEU's uncertain future, though, will Mr. Mind finally get his moment in Shazam 3?
Is almost complete. And now for the finishing touches.
Number 1. The Burning Violin. Throughout Fury of the Gods, the Shazam family questions the nature of a burning violin in their lair.
A lot has changed in the last few years.
The wizard gave me superpowers. And then everybody got superpowers.
Although it comes in handy during one confrontation, they never learn its backstory. The burning violin made an appearance in the first film as well, albeit briefly. This mysterious artifact could be a nod to Emperor Nero, who played the fiddle as Rome burned.
Legend has it that he played it merrily as he watched.
As he watched?
As he watched Rome burn.
But at least that's the legend, with many historians calling it into question. In Captain Marvel Adventures number 64, which was published in 1946, Billy attends a violin concert where he encounters a character named Nero, a follower of his enemy Ogar. Ironically, this Nero is terrible at playing the fiddle, but his instrument possesses the ability to create flames, setting the city on fire.
I am the very model of an ancient Roman emperor.
He fiddles while the city burns, he rules with fear tyrannical.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.